Get daily updates directly to your inbox plus subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Could not subscribe? Try again later. Invalid email. Jon Welsh will face Wales tomorrow knowing his Scotland career was in danger of being remembered for a World Cup moment his mates won't allow him to forget. The Newcastle prop has been handed the chance to write a new chapter for his country as he prepares for his first cap since that quarter-final at Twickenham against Australia and a last-gasp defeat, where he still feels guilty by association. Welsh will forever be entwined with the name of referee Craig Joubert for the night in London when the whistler refused to go to the TV match official in the dramatic last moments against the Wallabies. Joubert adjudged Welsh to have played the ball following a knock-on by a teammate, resulting in an offside. But while history shows it was Aussie star Nick Phipps who had made contact, the die was cast. The penalty was kicked and Vern Cotter's side exited the tournament with a 35-34 defeat. Welsh admits he may have been the innocent party, but his pals still believe on October 15, 2015, he was public enemy number one. He said, "Do people still think it was my mistake? My pals do. I have to still tell them it was not my fault. I remember when it happened and everything that was going on. We knew straight away when Greg Laidlaw and Gordon Reid were up screaming, 'Go back to the TMO.' It came off the 9. He made the call. In the game of rugby you respect the ref's call. I said to him, 'Go to the TMO.' Everybody started screaming. I was thinking, 'Please go to the TMO,' but he made the decision. There were 1,000 things going on. Maybe other refs would have gone to the TMO. There was almost the exact same incident on last summer's Lions tour. They got the call right, but Joubert made the call and he stuck with it. Obviously if he had gone to the TMO he would have seen it came off Phipps. It is what it is. I've hardly been asked about that until recent months. The worst thing you can do is to dwell on mistakes. We train hard on the rugby pitch to not make mistakes, but they are going to happen. It's professional sport. Obviously. It's unfortunate. Nobody wanted it to happen. But it did and we move on. However, I still get the crack with my mates. The former Glasgow front rower insists he managed to deal with the disappointment by putting himself straight back into the firing line for the Falcons just a week later. He said, "The Australia game was on the Sunday. Newcastle phoned me and said, 'What do you want to do? You can take this week off then come back in.' I said I was happy. My family was there. So I got a flight straight to Newcastle and I was right back into training on the Tuesday. It was light stuff and we got to the Thursday and the tighthead was injured so he could not play. They phoned me to say they were happy for me to start against Northampton if I was happy. I said definitely. It was at a different focus and that Sunday I played Northampton. It may not be an international road to redemption which will see Welsh win his 12th cap in Cardiff. But he reckons it's a chance to get back wearing the dark blue and stake his claim for a sustained place in Gregor Townsend's starting lineup for the duration of this Six Nations assault. He said, "It's a massive honour to be picked to start and it's good being back in. I don't think the desire ever goes away to play for Scotland. I just kept training away and I've been lucky enough to be given another shot." Scotland have lost their previous 8 away games against Wales in the Six Nations, last winning 27-22 in Cardiff in 2002. It's a statistic that belies the belief this visit to the Principality Stadium can buck that trend and continue a remarkable journey for Welsh, who has come through the hard way of climbing through the divisions of club rugby. That includes the extraordinary circumstances of his first cap in front of 76 0-0 against Italy at Rome's Olympic Stadium despite being the 25th man. Before being drafted in at the last minute for Scotland's loosehead prop Alan Jacobson, who pulled up in the pre-match warm-up. He said, "One of my rugby mates sent me an old team photo at Whitecraigs. It was a good reminder that I've been on a different journey compared to some guys who come through the academy and age grade. You are starting to see a lot more of that. Giving guys who maybe did not look capable at the time but they are now after a few years of development playing at club level. It has been a great journey. When I talk about my first cap, it was a case of 2 seconds and I was into it. Big Alan went down and I was thrown on. Now it's all about Wales at the weekend. I'm a bit older and more experienced. I look more into the technicalities. Not chasing it so much and being smarter."